Okay, welcome everybody to our 2024 year in review and our top 10 pickups of the year. I'm excited to get this one going. I'm here with Martin as always. Martin, you looking forward to this one?
Yeah. When we thought about doing this video, I was really excited, and then I realised I've actually had quite a good year, and it was really difficult to get 10 together,
Yeah.
and choose ones and leave others out.
I was going to say you've had a hell of a lot of pickups this year, haven't you? I mean,
Yeah.
you've picked up everything that's been released in TVC, which is I think 56 figures alone, you know?
Mm.
So you've got all of those and anything else on top of that. I don't think my year has been quite as big, but I've still got more than I realised, and yeah, I've had a
Yeah.
bit of a time trying to pick my top 10 as well. So, okay, let's crack on, shall we? Are we going to go
Yeah.
straight in? Do you want to give us
Yeah.
your? You've ordered this, right?
Yes,
Everything.
I have, yeah. Yep,
Now,
yep.
is it
Uh,
knowing you? Is it top 11, top 12, top 13? What is it?
well, I did have a couple of honourable mentions.
Of
Damn, you
course.
know me so well. That's so
Yeah.
annoying. Um, uh, one of them was a graded Boba Fett I picked up because that was one of my grail items, I suppose, when I started my collection behind me, my graded vintage
Loose
collection,
graded, yeah.
loose graded, yeah. And my other one, which I can't believe I actually left out, but I did, was this one. Um,
Oh wow.
SK620. Yeah, that's how hard it was this year to leave, you know, to
Yeah,
actually put the 10 together. As I say, I've had a very lucky year, but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
Absolutely.
did you want me to crack off with number
Yeah,
10?
you start and then I'll jump in with mine.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You jump in with yours. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so number 10. Now I picked this up when I was in Disney this year, and it is a picture of Padme from Attack of the Clones when she's
Amazing.
on Naboo.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about this picture, but I can't stop staring at it. Natalie Portman, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
That dress possibly, but yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this picture. I think it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. And when I saw it, I've told the story on one of our pickup episodes, but so I won't bore everyone again. But yeah, I'm absolutely enamored with this picture, and
Mm,
I can't wait to have a bit of wall space one day so I can actually put it up on the wall.
absolutely. Yeah. Do you know what? It's only just occurred to me that we picked up more things than just figures this year. You know, because my entire list is figures. I'm not going to lie.
Mm, mm.
I hadn't even thought about some of the other items that I've picked up. But I didn't actually bring this one down, but my number 10 is the 30th anniversary concept Boba Fett.
Oh,
This was
nice.
a nice little figure, and I picked up for a very good price at the beginning of the year, I think it was, off of eBay. Yeah,
Mm,
so that's number
yeah, that's
10 for
good.
me.
Fantastic. Was that the concept one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
have I
remember.
don't have the 30th regular. It's just the
Mm,
concept. I've only got concept, apart from Astromech droids with the 30th
okay.
anniversary, of course. But
Of
yeah,
course, of course.
of course.
Okay, number 9 for me, and I hope this doesn't disappoint you too much, because I know you love this one, and I'm guessing this one might be quite high up for you, but it is KE4N4, which was the astromech droid that came with the E-wing.
hmm
I mean, as soon as that came in, the E-wing, that got sold off immediately.
Yeah.
But this figure, I love the car back. I love the droid. I mean, it was
Yeah.
one of the best things that's come out this year, really. I think in the
Is
vintage
it? Okay.
collection. So I think you know me. I'm more of a card. I'm an on card collector, so I go more for the look of the card.
Sure, yeah.
And this was a great image on the card, and the
Mm.
droid looked great as well. So yeah, number 9, KE4N4.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Now, my number 9 is one that I was trying to get hold of for quite some time, actually. It's the Saga Collection R4K5 Vader's Astromech. Obviously, people who know me, they're going to know that this list is going to be mostly Astromechs, but that's kind of why I started with Boba Fett. I thought I've got to get some non-astromech droids in there, but yes, that I'm on to my first astromech in the list, R4K5, Vader's grey astromech. great
Awesome.
looking droid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's the all black one, isn't it?
No, it's all grey. That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Big Pony all grey, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. I do remember it. It's a nice one. Okay, so number 8 for me is, and you can probably just see it behind me, but I'll flash it up on the screen. Obviously, is the special action figure set 3-pack that I managed to pick up,
Yeah.
and I actually picked that up from Tim and of Bosk's Bounty fame. He was at a stall at one of Adam's toy fair, Adam's first toy fair down in Southend, and I saw it and I was like, yeah, I kind of need to get that to finish off the vintage collection. And yeah, it's a beautiful piece. It's not in the
Yeah.
mintiest of condition, but it's really difficult to get hold of in mint condition because it's obviously coming from the States. So and it was a Target exclusive, I believe. So it was
Yeah.
difficult to get it over here without any damage. So
And
yeah, that's
especially at
my
that size.
yeah. It's
That's,
huge. I mean, you've seen it. I
mm,
put it in a protective case now to just try and protect it a bit more. But yeah, so the 3-pack of 3-packs for the special action figure sets is my number 8.
very nice. Now, number 8 for me. This one is mintiest of minty conditions. It will probably surprise you that it's here in the list. It's actually KE4N4. Yeah,
Wow, that
a
is
very,
surprise.
very good figure,
Yeah.
but it's not my best of the year. I've actually, I have some that top that. I mean,
Wow.
granted, I think probably numbers 4 through to 8, I had a very, very difficult time, you know, putting them in the order that I've put them.
Yeah.
And I may look at them another day and think, no, that needs to move up the list. But at this point, KE4, M4 at number 8.
Excellent. Excellent. No, no, that's a fair. That's fair. I had the same trouble when I came to the top 5, to be honest with you. Okay, number 7, and this was a gift from earlier in the year, and our good friend Adam Berry sent me this 4-pack Droid
Oh,
Factory set, which is the Clone Wars set. You can just see the
yeah,
Clone Wars logo behind the figures there, but I was absolutely blown away. I'm still can't believe he did it for me. He got it for me in an auction, and I offered obviously how much do you want for it, and he said no, it's a gift. So
amazing.
yeah, it's a fantastic set. It's got that fantastic droid in R5P8, which is Hondo Inaka's droid from the Clone Wars, which you can also
Great,
see
great little droid.
on the ride in Florida, the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run ride. They've got a
Yeah,
full size one there.
oh, amazing.
So yeah,
Does that
so
have
yeah, really.
does that have the turret on its head? Is that right?
It does, yes. It had the
Yeah,
the little gun on his head. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's an
Well, that
awesome pack. So
yeah, no, that would be up there in my list as well. I think. Now,
mm.
my next one, number 7. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's not that one. Don't know what it is about this one, but I absolutely love this one. It's R2D2 with the cargo net in the 30th anniversary.
Nice.
Um, it's just a great little figure. I love the paint that they've done on R2 because it's unlike any other R2s out there, I believe. And it's got the shiny dome.
Mm.
It's got the cargo net. It's just a great little pickup, that one. So for
Yeah,
me, that comes in at number 7.
yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, number 6 was another really generous gift from one of our friends, and this one was from Keith Guppy, and this was the Star Tours travel
Oh,
agency
yeah.
set, um, which has led me down a dark path trying to collect the rest of these packs.
Yeah.
And we won't go into the full story, but there was a funny moment where I received a text from you when you'd gone to Andy's Totten Toy Fair, and there was a guy there who had every single one of the ones that I needed to finish the
Mm.
collection. And what was it he charging for the one I really
Oh,
wanted?
the one that everyone's really after is, I think it was £250. It's
I
just
mean, that's crazy.
crazy money.
Yeah,
Crazy money.
yeah.
Mm.
But you see him there every month, don't you? And he's still there with all of them. So fingers crossed for next year.
Yeah. Okay, number 6 then for me is the Comic Art Boba Fett. from the
Interesting.
TVs from the vintage collection. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
really, really like this one. I felt like either people were overcharging for it, or it's quite hard to get hold of at a good price. But I picked
Yeah.
it up at a decent price, and I think I picked you one up. Was that one?
Yeah,
Can't really
you picked me
remember.
up this. Yeah, it was this one, and then I had to source another one, didn't the other one from somewhere else because we couldn't seem to pick them up anywhere. But yeah, that's my favourite of the two. It's kind of Christmassy in a way as well, isn't it? The way it's coloured.
Yeah, the greens and the reds. Yeah, definitely.
Mm,
It
mm,
suits. It fits. Yeah, number 6,
yeah.
the comic art Boba Fett.
Okay, now top five. This was so tough, so tough. But these are all within millimeters of each other for being my favourites. But number five, this is a figure that I've been trying to get hold of for years, and it's just so expensive on the secondary market because they only ever made one of this figure, um, and it's never been re-released. It is the original 3 3/4 Black Series
Oh
Darth
yeah,
Plagueis. Um,
yeah,
Now this figure is I love it so much that I love the character, I love the sculpt, I love everything about this figure. I'm sure it will eventually turn up on a acolyte card in the TVC just to wind everybody up. But yeah, I really love this card back. And I managed to pick it up in an auction, and it was an auction for around about I don't know 15 items in this lot
it
of
was.
things, and I paid for the lot the same amount as I would have paid for just that one card on eBay, and then I
Yeah,
was able to sell everything else off, and I made the money back,
yeah,
plus more, and managed to
wow,
get a Darth Plagueis out of it. So, I'm so glad I did it because it's really
yeah,
tough to get hold of one now.
yeah. I remember you picking that one up and how pleased you were with that one. That's a
Yeah.
great pickup. Yeah. Now number 5 for me then is a gift from our friend Keith Guppy. It was the G8 R3 3D glasses. I can't think. I think this is the movie Heroes line. I'm not sure what they actually went with in terms of the line name, but
Mm.
yeah, this is from the Naboo
Phantom
Royal.
Menace? Yeah.
Yeah, from the Royal Starship droid. But this one was the only one that wasn't in the 4 pack. So, and I was looking for that for the longest time, and then met Keith at that Totten Toy Fair, and he happened to have that one with him as a gift
It's a
to
great
me. So
gift.
I was made up with that. Yeah, yeah, awesome. So
Yeah,
that's my
it's
number
fantastic.
5. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, number 4 for me. Now, I've publicised quite a lot that I with the exception of the mouse droid, there was only one card back I needed in the TVC. Single figured card back that I needed to complete the entire collection, and that was VC112, the Sand
Mm.
Trooper. And I managed to pick it up at Echo Base this September, October. I think it was October actually. We went to
October.
Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I managed to pick one up, unpunched, absolutely pristine for a fairly good price, I'd say. I'd say it was definitely lower than you see them on eBay, that's for sure.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon to pick this up. So my single carded collection, with the exception of the mouse droid, is now
Yeah.
fully complete, which
Yeah.
which is brilliant. And I've been trying to get this one for a long time, and the irony was we made a video about 3 weeks later, didn't we? Our top
Yeah.
10 favorite TVC carbacks of all time. And when
Yeah.
we recorded it, I hadn't yet got it.
Yes,
And
that's right.
that is my number one favorite cardback in the TVC that, aren't original 96 cardbacks. So yeah, I'm really chuffed to have that. Again, putting it at number 4 was tough.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had to really because the others are so good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, number 4 for me might be a bit of a surprise to a lot of people, including yourself. So a little while back, we had a pickups video from Down Under,
Mm.
our, our, our new friend Craig, and within that was the concept figure of General Grievous, the 30th anniversary. This went, once this was in my hands and I actually sort of sat and looked at it, It's like, do you know what? That is an amazing figure and an amazing cut. I just love it.
Yeah, it's
Now,
great.
the bubble is slightly yellowed, and if it wasn't, it might have gone up higher in my list. So for me, that was just a brilliant, brilliant pickup, and yeah, so good. Really like that one. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, number 3 for me. I bought a selection of, well, I think it was a pretty big selection of Star Tours posters from the original Star Tours ride back in the 80s and 90s. It had the ride poster, the advertising ride poster, but then it had all of the different locations that you could travel to on Star
That's it.
Tours. Sort of the fake travel agency type posters. Travel to Endor, travel to Tatooine, that sort of stuff. And again, just like your General Grievous, once I'd actually picked those up and held them in my hands, God, the memories came rushing back. And yeah, I mean, they look fantastic. They're really great. And again, it's so frustrating that I don't have any wall space to put them on. But one day when I have some wall space, I'm gonna put them all out in a row. And
Yeah.
they're gonna look fantastic because they're just gorgeous, gorgeous, nostalgic in my eyes. Because obviously, I went on the ride in the mid '90s. In fact, you were there with me when we went on
Yeah, I
that
was.
ride in the
Yeah,
mid
yeah,
'90s.
yeah.
Um,
My
and
memories
yeah,
are a
so
lot more vague because I was a lot younger, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah. All right. But
Yeah,
yeah, number
yeah.
3 is the Star Tours posters that I picked up.
Very nice. Number 3 then for me. Now, I've spoken about G8R3, obviously in my top 3. Has to be the rest of the Royal Starship droids. One of my recent pickups. These are brilliant. Like, these are fantastic. And I mean, I've told the story on that particular pickups episode, so I won't go into it, but picked it up at a great price. And I'm just so chuffed to add those to my ever expanding collection of astromech droids because yeah, I mean they're great, and it's just an awesome package, and yeah, yeah, that's number 3
Yeah.
for me.
I did suspect that would be in the top 10, but I thought it'd be a little bit higher if I'm honest. So that's
Oh,
interesting.
really?
I think
Yeah,
I know what your number one's going to be, but I thought that would be number 2. So
I
that's
imagine
interesting.
long-term viewers probably all know what my number 1 is, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that takes us to number 2. Right, this one is the most recent pickup I've had. And I was very lucky enough to get a HasLab Ghost come in.
Mm.
And anyone who watches this channel knows that I'm not a vehicle collector, I'm a carded collector. And a couple of years ago, when they first announced the HasLab and they showed off those mural cards for Rebels, even though I'm not a huge Rebels fan, I like it, but I'm not a massive fan. I can't wait to get those cards and put them all in a row. And you probably just see over my right shoulder, there they are, just sat there. And I'm over the moon with them. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant card backs. They look
So
fantastic.
hang on,
Go
so there's 6 of them, right?
There was 4 that came with the Ghost, and then there was a 2-pack with Sabine and Chopper, which came separately on the
Right.
mural card.
So
Um,
which one's number 2?
all 4 of them.
Such a cop
Well, they're a
out.
set, aren't they? They came in the same box. I mean, it's pretty much like your Droid pack.
Oh,
It's just that
what VC number are they, or are those 4 then?
there has 003, 004,
Oh, so they've all
005,
got
and
different numbers.
006.
They've
Yeah,
all got
yeah.
different numbers. So which one are you picking then, Martin?
Are you gonna make me pick one?
No, come on.
Okay.
I think the audience should decide whether you should pick one out of those.
Busted.
Terrible. Just can't be. Yeah, can't be trusted with these things, can you? Right, number 2 for me then is the wonderful Legacy Collection R2X2.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's an astromech. I don't really know what's special about it, but I just look at it. I mean, I love the color green for one,
Mm.
so that helps. But the card itself, it's very basic, but
Mm.
it's just it's so clean. I think that's what it is. It's such a clean, basic card, and it's in such good condition.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I
No,
paid a lot of money for it. I don't know.
no,
Maybe that
you're
swayed
right.
my decision.
You don't
Yeah.
really see many in that sort of colouring, do you? And it's really stands out. It pops.
Mm.
So yeah, I agree. I think, and with the picture of the green, and does the little strip on the front have green on it as well?
This little bit.
Yeah, is that
So that's like
green?
a black type
Oh,
grey.
okay,
Yeah, blackish grey
okay,
because they did
all
that
right,
across that set
all
of
right.
cards. Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because that plane hasn't got like loads of stuff going on. It really looks nice. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
get that. Yeah, good
Yeah.
choice.
It's
Yeah,
very
great
strange,
choice.
but yeah.
Okay,
Now then,
so
number ones.
number one, right? So everybody knows what my number one's going to be because it had the longest story in the history of Martin pickups in history of Martin's pickups. It is the Star Speeder 3000. Now, lots of people are now falling on the floor saying Martin's picked a vehicle
Yeah.
for his number
He's
one
not a
pick,
vehicle collector. Yeah.
and he literally said for number two that he doesn't collect vehicles. I'm afraid this is the one time I'm going to break that rule because, again, for pure nostalgia reasons,
Yeah.
and the quality of the toy itself or the vehicle itself, and what it actually does is one thing. But then there was the whole story behind getting the item,
Getting it here. Yeah.
yeah, getting it here, speaking to several people in the community, people helping each other out in the community. It was just an epic story, and then finally getting it over here to the UK. Thank you to Matt. It was just such an epic story, and it came with a fantastic Droid Factory Rex on card as well, that came with it. And for the price of a HasLab, that's pretty much just over half the price of a HasLab, and it does probably a lot more than a HasLab does.
Yeah.
So I'd
Yeah.
have to say that is my number one pickup. And again, if I was to boil it down to one thing, it's purely nostalgia. That ride
Yeah.
means a lot to me. I've been on it a lot of times, and it's that one way that as a kid and even as an adult, you can go on a ride and lose yourself and feel like you're in a ship flying
Mm.
around in Star Wars. None of the more modern Star Wars rides in Galaxy's Edge does that for me. Whereas Star Tours, every time I go on that ride, I feel like I can forget I'm Martin Long, who lives in the UK and is on holiday in Florida, but I'm actually flying to the random planet that comes up on the ride that you're on. So yeah, love
Yeah.
it. Really happy to get it, and it's going to be a prized possession of mine for many, many years.
Absolutely. I mean, to add to that, I was 7 when we took our trip to the States to go on that. Well, not just to go on that ride, but
Mm.
of that entire. I mean, I don't even remember how long we were there for. 2 weeks, was it? I'm
2
not
weeks,
sure.
yeah.
Um,
Mm.
of that entire trip, one thing that really stands out in my mind was that ride. And now I
Yeah.
don't know why. I don't know whether it was because of how passionate you are about Star Wars that made me excited about it as
Mm.
a 7 year old. I probably didn't even see much of Star Wars by that point. Maybe I had. I can't really remember. But
Yeah.
that ride was something else. I loved it. Yeah, absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I can't wait
Yeah.
to get you over to try out the new ride because that was the old ride. The new ride is something else.
So is
So
it?
one
Yeah.
day, yeah, one day
Yeah.
we'll get over there.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully.
We'll
Right.
go on
Come
tour.
on now. We all know what it is, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Oh,
So our video with the Down Under pickups. Let's see. When I started this collecting journey, some 2 years ago, um, I set out to pick up all the bounty hunters you may remember, and my grail was this. This was the grail, and now that I've finally got it and I've actually opened it up and looked at it, we've spoken about how good the condition this arrived in is. It's
it's more immaculate than the
something
one I
else.
have.
Now, inside, oh, I don't take this out often enough and look at it, but it is so cool. Like, I just love it. VCP 02 and VCP 03.
Oh, so it's got two separate numbers, has
It's,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Did you
interesting.
not know that? Yeah.
No, I did know that,
Oh, oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, shit.
but
But these come in one box. Ah, you got me there. You've got me there. So, yeah, number one,
it's a great choice.
Forlom Zuckus twin
Yeah.
pack. It's called a
So
twin pack. Yours isn't called a quad pack, is it?
not
So-
really, no. No. Yeah, so we need new holy grails now, don't we?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your latest grail, or your last grail was
Oh,
112, was it?
yeah,
I
112.
suppose.
Yeah, I should probably
Yeah.
concentrate on my loose graded collection really more than anything else next year because I've been a bit lax this year
No,
due
I
to
don't know.
other things. But
We're getting there. You're getting there.
yeah,
Yeah. Excellent. Right then, let's talk a little bit about the year in general. It's been a good one. Do you have any particular favourite moments from 2024?
okay. Well, I've got lots of favourite moments. So if you're thinking like you want to go to bed tonight, just make sure you tell me to stop. But I mean, let's talk about the time we went to Echo Base. You went twice this year. I only went the
I went
once.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
lucky to meet Scott Whitehouse, who I'm yet to meet when we were
In
there.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the second time, I was really happy to finally meet Des because I never met Des before, and I managed to get one of his stickers, which was key for me. Obviously, I met Sai for the first time, which was fantastic. I met DTM for the first time. We saw VTR as we tend to see him at most events, which is great. And Keith Knight I met as well, which was awesome. It was fantastic to see Keith. So and Echo. Oh, and obviously Keith was there as well. Keith Guppy. That was the first time I'd met him in person.
Yeah.
I was lucky to go and visit Adam Berry this year down in Southend, and he took us on a little toy tour. Where with Steph came with me, and we met Stu and Georgie down there as well. And it's always the best time to meet up with Stu and Georgie and Adam. Always have such a great time. Don't do it enough, even though we do it loads. Adam's Toy Fair, that was great. Down in Southend, that was fantastic.
Got another one set for 2025, hasn't he? Have you got the date on that?
Yes. I'm away though, unfortunately, so I can't make that one. Yeah, I can't make that one. But yeah, and then obviously there was Farthest From we went to, which was a great time, and the Christmas party especially was probably one of my
favorite. Meeting Dave, like when you came down our way the first time.
Yeah.
And Dave was kind enough to have us into the store, and I mean, the guy's got so much knowledge. Like, he's a real toy guy, he knows his stuff. So absolutely. And he showed us some incredible pieces as well, didn't he? That was awesome.
Go back and check that video out because it's a really good one. Because we went there for about, thinking we'd be there for what, half an hour.
Oh yeah,
we were there for 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah, we had to put more money on the parking, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But it was the best 4 hours. I'd have to say, if you were to ask me, what's your favorite video you've done this year? That's probably the one.
Is it? Yeah,
I think so, because it was of all the things we do it because in my opinion, it's because we enjoy doing it and talking about it. But his chat was informative. It was like learning about history of Star Wars toys over the years. Then he started talking about toys today versus toys back in the day, and it was fascinating. And he, as you say, he's such a knowledgeable guy.
Yeah. We were there so long that we got 2 videos out of it, put it that way. We probably could have got more as well. I don't know.
Definitely. And of course there was Farthest From, there was the Christmas party, which was just one of the best nights I've had this year. It was such a laugh. And then finally, I'd just like to say, obviously meeting up with Matt, Wendy and his family in Florida when we were there, that was great, to meet someone in the community abroad. So it was a fantastic year in terms of meeting up with people and going to toy fairs and things like that. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, we've said it before and we'll say it again. The community is so good. They're just such a lovely bunch everywhere, the
Yeah,
whole lot. So
definitely.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I second everything you say, but if I was to pick one of my favorite videos of the year, I'm gonna go with the first Echo Base. That challenge that you sent me. All
Oh
right,
yeah,
because I was on my own for the very first time at Echo. I say I was on my own, had the community again. Everyone helped out, everyone chatting with everyone. It was great. But yeah, set me a nice little challenge to go off and find. Well, I had clues first.
yeah.
I had to work out, you know, where the clues were coming from, and yeah, what I needed to pick up. It was just a good laugh, good fun.
Yeah. Good. Glad you
Something we
enjoyed it.
love doing on well, it's something we love doing on this channel,
Yeah,
isn't it? Is having a little
yeah,
challenge between us.
yeah.
Um,
and
yeah.
and
So
didn't you get to meet Scuba Pete at one of the Totten Toy fairs as well?
yeah, bumped into Scuba of all people. That was amazing. Like, could hear a big loud American just over on the next table, and I was like, "What? Who is that?" And then yeah, saw Scuba. I was like, "I recognize
Awesome.
him." Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I
Oh,
was like,
fantastic.
"Is that Scuba?" Yeah, it's cool. Great times, great times.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Um, what
Oh, and
else
I
have
must
we got
say,
then?
I got to meet Nick, APD, APC for the first
Yeah,
time. We went for
yeah,
lunch with him, didn't we?
yeah. We've
That was awesome.
become quite close with a lot of these people. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we've
yeah,
made friends for life with a lot of people, to be quite honest with you. I mean,
yeah,
this year particularly, I feel like, I'm on the phone or texting or messaging or whatever
yeah,
with these
yeah,
guys and gals so much. It's almost become like a second nature now. It's great. So
yeah,
yeah, 2024 for me has been an absolutely amazing year, in
yeah,
terms of toy collecting and the community and everything. It's been awesome.
yeah. Absolutely. So then, what about next year? What are we gonna do next year? What are we looking forward to?
Well, I mean, we've got our usual Sandown visit. I think we're
We're gonna
planning
go to
on doing.
Sandown. Yeah,
Yep.
I think are
We
we
didn't.
planning an NEC visit next year as well? Is that right?
Yes.
Are
Yep.
we
Yep. I've actually
thinking?
booked the hotels for NEC, so
Oh,
that's all
yeah,
sorted.
nice, brilliant.
Echo,
Yeah,
hopefully as usual.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. We'll see. We'll
and
see.
I'm planning on also doing a trip to the Amsterdam Toy Fair with Adam Berry in
Ooh,
end of May.
yeah,
So you know,
that's gonna be
two
crazy.
two
Yeah,
chap
that's
two crazy chaps on holiday in Amsterdam.
what could go wrong.
Yeah,
What could
exactly.
go wrong? Yeah, and after our was not the most successful car boot second-hand Star Wars challenge. Are we going to try that again next year? Do you think?
Uh, that was also one of my favorite. The fact that it was so bad made it better for
Yeah.
me. Again, if you haven't seen the car boot challenge we started with such high hopes. We were smack talking each other absolutely massively.
It was a bloody disaster.
It was a
Yeah.
disaster. Well, it wasn't a disaster to make, and it was very
No.
entertaining. But the results at the end of it perhaps could have been a bit better.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely be down there. So we'll do another. I'll do another trip down to Southampton and for like a long weekend or something. Then maybe we can do a
Yeah.
tour of the area and
We got some more places that we need to check out, haven't we?
yeah,
So
yeah, go see Dave
yeah.
again.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, that'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll clear a day. Yeah. Yes. Good. Um. Okay, yeah, well, hopefully you all come back and see what we've got in store in 2025. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video as well. Make sure you hit like and let us know what you thought of our pickups. Let us know your favorite pickup of the year as well, because we always want to read that. That'd be cool. Excellent. With that, it's time to say goodbye. See you later.